What's up, Rubits? Little Big Robots here with another video. Today I'm looking at this, which is the 1 in 72 scale plastic model kit Brady Hound. Think of this. This comes from a new anime series, Borderline Fight, blah blah blah. I can't remember what it is. I will post in the links or whatever, or in the description if you want to check it out. I was watching it on Crunchyroll, I believe. Whoever Crunchyroll's on by now, I think it's Funimation or something, whatever. Paid for rental or paid for a subscription and watched the whole series. You know, I haven't finished it yet, but it's really pretty cool. Think of it this one. This is basically kind of like a grunt suit. There's a more specialized version of it. This is why I have the lifter here, is because it's supposed to do that. I'm probably not going to fold it apart. That'll give you an idea what it looks like. It doesn't really need to be done to show you. But this line it's been fun to have a new line of mecha and a new series. It feels a bit similar to Gunpla to me and all the Gunpla series in the way that there's, you know, a lot of drama and a kid's involved and stuff like that. You know, he's the pilot and all that. But the mech design on these guys is really, really interesting. I think even if you just wanted something different, as far as kits, let me see if we can turn that. Just the designs and stuff are really, really cool. They remind me, a lot of the designs remind me, and I just noticed this too, it's on almost a ball joint. It's not a ball joint there in the middle, but that reminds me of my favorite kit, probably of all time, my favorite suit of all time, which is the Grimoire. But it kind of reminds me of Reconquista, whatever, in G, that show, that series that I've still only seen 2/3 of because I never saw the last third. But I love those suit designs in that one. This one is a bit different. While this is a grunt suit, they have a more specialized version, this blue guy in the background here, who one of the main characters, pilots or whatever. And the idea is that they're flown in to the battlefield or whatever with these guys. I reviewed this before, this little plane kit. If you get it full price, it's not as worth it once these guys are on sale, or if you pick up 2 or 3 of these things are going to be so handy one day. They're great. They're scale specific. They're definitely 172. But if you look at the seat in there, and then if you consider that you can cover up that seat, that could be a lot of different scales. So it could be a larger and smaller scale. You got some room there. So this could be used in wargaming or whatever. This is a great model. But the idea is that this guy is carried in. It folds up and gets carried into combat and dropped off. Let me see if there's I don't really want to do this whole thing. In fact, I don't have that part here. I put it up in my random parts box and I can't find it, so I'll have to dig that out. I'm lazy. I'm not a good reviewer. I just kind of go for it, you know. I just want to show you cool things that I think are cool without really getting too far into it. But see, you got to remove all that stuff. You fold it all up, blah, blah, blah. It's quite a bit. It kind of reminds me of transformations where you basically take parts off and put them back together. To me, that's not, you shouldn't have to do all that. You should be able to just kind of go and bend it up. But they're extremely posable. They have some really, really unique features. They have, you know, some that are familiar, but look at that. I don't know why it does that, but check that out. Let me see here. Hold on a second. Okay, so I'm not sure. You see how the knee bends? And by the way, I assemble these quickly. So I'm not going to, you could probably assemble them better with more time. So you're going to see some nub marks and stuff. I do that to get stuff done because I have a billion things I need to review. But it also to show you what it looks like just fresh out of the box. So you are going to see some nub marks and stuff. That happens. But look at that knee part there. Isn't that cool? It has this kind of interesting, I'm not really sure why it bends like that, but it kind of locks into place. Maybe it's probably for that pose or for that transportation gimmick or whatever. How else does it bend here though? I thought it bent forward more. The foot does. And look, even the little toe bends here. So you get some really neat engineering on these things, as well as an interesting look that you haven't quite seen before. Like I said, look at that center point. The waist is a half. It's like I said, it's like the Grimoire ball center waist, I should say, but it's flat on 2 sides, so it's more like a wheel, but it still has that cool ability to bend and look around and stuff like that. And you got that cool. It's like a skirt for the chest. It's really just a weird design. It's got these wings and stuff that I believe you can remove pretty easily, like that. But I believe you can adjust a bit. But I mean, I kind of prefer it without the wings, honestly, like this. It has kind of a cool hunchback, quarterback looking kind of thing. you've got these weapons that are already, they kind of store there like that, so you can, I guess, reach under each arm and pull out a weapon. I'm always a fan of melee weapons for kits. Again, interesting looking form. You can see through there. This whole line's known to have pretty unique designs as far as, you know, how their legs and their arms and stuff move and fit together. And this is definitely no exception. It's not my favorite so far on the line. My favorite grunt was one I did before. I don't know where I put, you know, let's see here. This grunt here, which this gives you can see what I'm saying with how it reminds me of Rick and G, where each kit is, I mean, you can tell they're from the same design idea, you know, universe, IP, but look how much different they are, though. The feet kind of give it away because their feet are weird, but that one's more stable. This is more wolf-like, you know, animalistic looking. It's a strange line so far, but I enjoy that. I'd rather have strange and different than, you know, the same old, same old. So it's about as posable as you could imagine. I don't go through all the posing and stuff. I don't care about when that stuff comes up in videos. I skip it. Everybody knows that about me. Sorry if you work hard on showing me every little bending spot. I don't really care. Just show it in a couple poses. You can, I mean, I can show you right here. There, it can do those poses. It's posable. Like, what do you need to know? Like, I don't really care about that stuff, and I skip those parts in videos, and that it's a shame they waste like a third of the video on going, this little ball joint and this little ball. Anyway, rant over or whatever. But it does have some interesting gimmicks and just, you know, engineering that you probably haven't seen much in other kits. It looks so much better without the wings. I just thought that. The wings. These are cool. I mean, you can maybe use these. But anyway, so the idea is that it folds up. It connects there, so the legs go back, you know, they fold in, blah, 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 and then this guy here carries it in. So it actually has a different mount that you've got to put on it, and you mount it to the bot, and the bot is carried in that way, flown in like a superhero. So, you know, it's kind of cool. I also have the truck, and I've reviewed the truck in here, and these can actually fold up and fit inside the truck, so they can be transported by ground, which I think is kind of cool. You never really cover that these things, you know, a lot of times in the anime, they walk everywhere, run everywhere, or even fly or whatever. But I'm surely that takes a lot of fuel and stuff, so it's cool to see them actually showing them being flown in manually or driven in or whatever, and then they fight, because it would kind of makes more sense that way. I'm not really one who goes after realism in giant robot stuff. You know, it's just all for fun, but I like to see that. I like to see them attempt it or whatever. But cool, darn it. Cool kit, don't get me wrong. This is still my favorite grunt of the series so far, but you can see the silhouettes are really neat. I like the linebacker look, and then you have this really thin ninja look here, you know. So if you can find these guys, I would say pick up one of each in the line if you can. All the builds have been interesting and different, but if you find them on sale, definitely pick them up, because you need to encourage as consumers, need to encourage building and selling of unique IPs other than Gundam, you know, and stuff like that. We need to support that, you know, creation of a new IP occasionally. But you do get some really, I find that in these, you know, these non-Gunpla lines, there's a lot more experimenting. You know, the designers and the animators and stuff go for a little bit more different stuff, because there's a little bit more flexibility. It's a brand new universe or whatever, and you get some crazy unique designs like this guy, just super fun. I just love that. I love the colors, you know. So anyway, go pick it up if you want. That's the Brady Hound. You know, would it be worth full price? Yeah, but it's definitely worth full price if it's on sale. So have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.